And we are live. Hi guys, good evening everyone. Sa mga team live, hello, good evening, happy Saturday. So, nasa September tayo. Ang beles-beles September. We are already on a Burr months. And hi guys, sa mga nanonood, don't forget to like and subscribe, share tayo. We are live both in our Facebook and our YouTube page. So sa mga team live, comment lang kayo. Comment down below please, hashtag team live. So I already have with me my good friend, Caren.
Hi! Hello everyone! Hi, Hanhan!
Hi, parang kanina mag-usap na tayo, no?
Speaking ka pala rito, Hanhan.
Totoo, 'di ba? So, 'di ba kanina ano na ba tayo? Parang malapit na tayong everyday na magkausap.
Oo, kahit weekends.
Hi everyone. Yes, sa mga team live, go comment lang kayo, hashtag team live, hashtag team replay, and of course sa mga habol team late. So, kumusta ang Saturday? Kamusta ang Saturday, Caren?
Eto, pag-guessing joke. Okay naman, masaya. Excited to be here in your show. May pa-show si Hanhan.
So,
Yan.
talaga. So, hindi na no. So, guys, I met Caren sa work. So, we are part of the digital marketing team. She's the head of the digital marketing team of IHR Buddy. So, doon kami nagkakilala and nagka-jive. And ngayon, isa na niya akong assistant.
Hindi naman, isa kitang partner. Oh, partner! Maganda yun,
No,
partner.
yeah, so nag-jive kami. So every time na kung ano man yung ginagawa niya, ayun, nagsha-shadow ako sa kanya, and she's also helping me guys na to become hopefully maging full stack ano na rin tayo, developer na tayo, o 'di ba? Ayan, meron ng mga hi Ma'am Karen, o may mga nakakakilala sa'yo dito ha.
Mga pinayaran ko lang yan para manood. Nagpa-ads ako rito medyo. Ni-run ko ng ads yung event mo para
Oo nga eh. So guys, yeah. So yun nga. So since nakilala ko si Karen, yun. Sabi ko sa kanya, "Uy, tara, ano naman, live ka naman sa amin." Kasi nga, 'di ba, sa IHR Buddy, ang ginagawa din namin is nagla-live din kami about bits and pieces about social media and digital marketing basically. So ngayon naman, buti na naman at napapayag ko siya. Napapayag ko siya na mag-talk kasi di nila alam ano nga ba si Karen? Ano nga ba si Karen outside work?
parang baliktad. Ano ba siya outside music show? Share ko rin yung link habang
Ayan, si Coach Tim Ambag. Ang bagal na internet, di maka-join. Hi, Coach. So, yeah, habol-habol tayo, guys. So, again, guys, we are both live on our Facebook and YouTube. So, if you're having difficulties connecting sa Facebook, you can join us in YouTube. Sa YouTube channel natin, ata mas mabilis tayo, no? So, make sure, guys, to check out both of our Facebook and YouTube channel. Ayan. So right now, actually our topic, ito napakagandang topic nito kasi being a social media manager or being a digital marketer, importante is for us to make an audit. 'Di ba? Kasi dito natin malalaman what works and what not for the client and what we can do to make it better sa side ng client. So I have again Karen. Karen, she'll be the one to talk about and discuss about social media audit.
yes, napalabas ako ng slides. Well, ayan, sige. Gagamitin natin yung Han-Han, ang aking cheat sheet. Yan, na ginamit ko din. So yes, this is all about social media managing, social media planning, part of it. Kasi for you to be able to manage, kailangan you have a solid plan on what to do with everything. Actually, uh, itong slides na papakita ko, it was a great experience because I did it with Hannah. We did it both together. This is for my certification, and I'm really happy na I've gone through this and applied it on what I'm doing right now. So, one of the things that we do before we actually manage an account is we audit. So, when we say we audit, auditing means you look on every detail of the website, the social media accounts, and then not really looking for mistakes, but you're looking for parts to improve. So, that's how you audit. Not necessarily baka pag sinabi nating website auditing is auditing na pati yung mga codes. No, not that. It's just on the how it looked like, because it matters. Everything that you do on your website, even the single capital letter, the small letters, it affects not just your SEO but also the way it looked like and the way it is compelling to your audiences. So I'm going to share with you before we start digging into how you audit the site. The first thing is how do you really manage a social media account? No. So here I'm going to open a few uh, websites from clients, and then we go forward on how do you plan on going through making a concrete strategy. So I'm going to share screen. Of course, the very first website na I'm going to share is our favorite, Hannah. Just in case he's watching. I are. Ayan. Well, this one, since this is our client, Hannah, and my client too, I've known that prior to this, we have an opt-in email that goes to a download ebook. I think we're still trying to come up with another form that's going to be the opt-in form. So why I'm saying this because when you open a website, like when you load this, and even to other website, it's very important that either you have an opt-in form or sign up form, not really form, but even a bar on the top right or in the middle. I really don't suggest it's on the left because visually, when you go to the site, I really don't know the explanation of why. Pero the right part of the screen, yung una nating nanonotice. It's the stronger aspect, when you look at the screen, di ba? I'm not saying that the left hindi nakita, but the right is like the one that's really gonna be visible pagpunta natin sa isang website. So always in the top right. That's why if you notice, most social media links, they don't have it. If, they put it on the right, top right, laging nandun siya, or in the middle. Okay, so this one, we're still placing the links, but the social media links are below, and we're gonna put it on top. Okay, so this one, this is a very simple website. This is done in through Kartra. These are like pages builder. Okay, so it's nice. We have here the logo, and then since we only have a few menu, we have home blogs and the pricing. So that's the only one we have it. And then eventually, when we have more to show and to share to people, then we'll have, we'll create different tabs there. And then here, this is since we want to highlight what basically our tagline is and what we do as a service, we capitalize this save time, money, and gain more freedom because this is what we really offer. We're offering outsourcing, hiring of virtual assistants. So basically, this is what we offer for our clients. We offer you, you save time, you save money, and you gain more freedom. So hire your virtual assistant, and then we just put an image. Okay. In a website, actually, it's also nice to have sliders, still images of sliders. A video would also do, but of course, it depends on your website's capacity because sometimes it's also nice if your site can load easily or immediately. Pag matagal kasi, syempre, pag marami kang masyadong program na nilagay, like videos, too much slides, it takes time to load, and the bounce rate of your audience will increase because they're just waiting for nothing. So, okay na rin kahit simple lang, as long as the elements are there, the opt-in form. So here, the pricing, we put it on the top right. So if you want to check the price, we don't have a call to action yet, because this site is very new and we're still building it. So everything here is very obvious, pretty obvious of what we want to say, and we have videos of our awesome virtual assistants. And then here, just a shortcut menu if you reach the bottom and you want to go further to a certain point. Okay. Next is the flower store. So this one is an e-commerce business. So e-commerce mostly shopping, right? So it's just all display of products. But even though it's just shopping, if you look at it, the search is on the top right. You want to search categories, it's on the top right. So this one, um, they don't have an opt-in form in this part, because since it's e-commerce, we can be able to capture audiences who perform different behaviors through the pixels. So even without the opt-in, we can further go to the add to cart, to the purchase, and see whoever we can retarget as audience. The purpose of an opt-in email is that for businesses like service and brands, you need to get leads. So why opt-in email is important is because even the person will not get their service if they sign up, then they can be able to be stored in your data. And in the future, you can do email marketing to them. And you can also use them as your custom audience for your Facebook advertising. So that's another topic. But I'm just saying that it's very important to gather emails because those are your leads. Okay. So here they make a slider, a very simple slider. That's why even there's slider, if I load the site, it easily loads because it's not too much of the RAM or the quality of the things that we put here. So e-commerce are very easy sites. You just put in Shopify, yeah. You put just the images, the price, and anything that you sell. Okay. I'm gonna go to another one. Okay. Uh, this one. This is one for clients inside IHR. So here, this is a credit repair site. So this is a good example of how we can audit and improve the site. Okay, so here there is no opt-in email, but I really suggest that they need to have an opt-in email because it's a credit repair site, meaning they get leads, they get clients to get the service of credit repair. So if you can see here, the position of the social media links are on the top left, which is very hard to notice immediately. And it's very small. Given that it is small, if you place it here, you would notice it together with the client login. So I would move this one to here at the top right. Next, for me, I know that branding is important, but I mean, like, if you have your logo and you want to show it again, that's fine. But if you show it consecutively on the same position, it's kind of repetitive. So if you have the logo here, it's pretty obvious naman. I mean, it's not blurred, it's not big, it's pretty obvious. You can read it, it's readable, even the small letters. So I suggest here you don't repeat the logo. Maybe probably put a photo, an interesting photo of business people getting credit repair evaluation, or maybe you can put here a video, a small size video about what the service is about, like an EVP, or maybe just still images that are compelling enough to explain what service you have, and then remain to discover the power of credit repair. Now, book a consultation. It's fine that it's here as long as there's an opt-in email either on the top or a pop-up page. I know some don't like pop-up pages because it's like disturbing when you open the site. It's gonna pop up, and sometimes you just don't wanna put your email and just wanna hit close. And sometimes you just don't wanna hit anything, just remove the pop-up. That's fine. Just put it on the top right here, like sign up for a newsletter, or sign up to download your free ebook. So something in exchange Not necessary. It doesn't have to be a big thing, but something that you can exchange for an email for your website visitors. Okay, this one is okay. It clearly states the service. Are fine. Okay, here this is I really suggest for this part because you see the background is white and the choices are gray, and then the text is dark gray. So the colors are the hue colors combination are very close to each other. That it's hard. It becomes hard to read the text. Um, I mean, if your eyes are really clear, you can clearly see kind of education, key zero. But in a first glance, it looks a bit blurry. So here, I would suggest that to make the bar, column bar, either to the purplish color of the logo, and then white text, and then yeah, purplish background of this box, and then white text of the credit education, key zero, audit analysis, and so on and so forth. Since the checks here are purple, okay, and then here enroll today. So also this enroll today, I would want to have it repeated or placed again, probably something here on top. But this is a subscription site, meaning you have to create a login username. That's why this slide is not okay. So next, okay, we move further. Okay, we're helping you. There you go. Okay. So here, the social media links are complete compared to what we have here. So it's kind of confusing because it's not consistent. You might ask, you have Facebook, Instagram here, but here you all of a sudden have Twitter and LinkedIn. So what's the real social media account you have? Do you have? So you have to be consistent. So if you have it here, all four, then make it appear that here you also have all four of them. Okay. Now let's go to the social media accounts. Uh, okay, I'm opening the same this company's social media account because this one is on the works actually. Okay. So this one, when we look at the social media account when we audit, me personally, the first thing that I look is the profile pic. This profile pic we changed it already. Before it wasn't like that. So the profile pic perfectly. This one is perfect because the logo is clear. The text is all in the circle, in the thumbnail, and there's no part that's cropped. Okay, so when you do social media auditing, the profile picture you should make sure that it's not cropped at all. The edges are not touched by the thumbnail because it doesn't look nice. And profile pictures for me represents your brand. So if someone will add you on Facebook, just a simple analysis, someone would add you on Facebook, and you see that profile picture, is something awkward or something that you don't like, you won't add them, right? And you don't even want to open the profile just to see who they are. But if the profile picture is interesting, you'd open it, and if you're not interested, you'd like it or add it, right? So it's the same thing. So here, the profile picture now fits okay. It's not cropped. Edges are not touching the thumbnail edges, and everything that you want to say is inside. Now, some questions would arise like, what if our logo is horizontal? Those logos are our landscape. My suggestion is, for every company or client, it's best that you have variations of logo. You can have one that's vertical and you have one horizontal or landscape. The reason is there are platforms wherein your logo in a horizontal manner is nice. It's really attractive. But there are also some platforms that you cannot, if you try to fit a long logo in a thumbnail, it's gonna compress and it's very, very small. If they're not very, very small, it's really hard to read. So that's why you're using the vertical one. Or if you have an icon, then that's best to use. So again, you could try creating variations of logo so that it fits any other platforms. Okay, now the cover photo. So here, I'm going to change this. If you see the cover photo, it doesn't really cover the whole cover photo size. That's why all social media platforms have different sizes. The reason is so that it fits. except for YouTube and LinkedIn, their size are very, very tricky. It says like the size is something like 1522 or 2414, but in reality, the only thing that's seen on the screen is the rectangle in the middle and even crop. So, but with Facebook and Twitter, um, you make sure that the size fit. And here again, you have the logo in the profile pic. But again, why is it okay that the logo is in the cover? Because it's in different format. The one in the profile pic is like bay, and it's in vertical. The explanation, the whole name is on the top, and on the lower is the tagline. Here on the cover, it's in a landscape. But it would be nice if the logo in the cover is a bit smaller, so that it doesn't really it's not as dominant as the others. Because for me, what's needed to be dominant there is the image, since the logo is here and you're going to put another logo there in the cover. Next is the book now. Okay, so some people doesn't really are not aware of using the call to action button. So here, Facebook has this call to action where it gives you the a bit capability, or the option, for people to go directly to either your website, to a sign up form, or to send you a message. It's kind of a shortcut. So I suggest that you really maximize or utilize everything that you have on your page. Okay. Next is, for me, I look at the date created. Okay. Why is the date created important? It's because that's where you can track the history of the page. Like, okay, if this page was created November 8, 2019, that's last year. Up to now, you only have 2,000 followers. Let's say you're not running ads organically. If you do regular content, at this point, I can forecast that you can at least have 5,000, more than 5,000, not more than 10,000. That is if you have consistent content and if you have consistent organic engagements. With paid, you can have more than 20 by this time. So which means if at this moment it's still below 5K, it only means that you're not really engaging and you're not consistent with your content, and your page is just there. And whenever you want to post, you just post. Okay? So there's a big difference on it. So if you want your page to grow organically, then you have to be consistent with your posts, consistent with your content, and you also have to engage to other accounts and share. Okay. Next, I check the contents. Okay, so this already was done by social media managers already. So we consistently do some content posting here every day on a certain time. But before, the post was not consistent. It's like they posted today, and then after 3 days, that's where they're gonna post. So why do we need consistent post? If we are not consistent to the content that we have, for example, you post today, when you post today and then tomorrow you're not posting, you immediately put a stop on on the chance that you get reach, because you only posted today. So right now you showed it to people, but it's not as many because you only have a few followers. So you don't even engage. So your post is only shown to whoever follows you. But given that you have a lot of followers, and not only that, even if you have a lot of followers, not all of them really see your post or look at your post, right? So if you say you have 1,000 followers, I assume that for an organic content, 300 of them will reach your post, and then 100 of them will really look at your post, and then only 20 will engage. So it's gonna cut into smaller numbers. So the more consistent that you post every day, the more the chances you reach new people. That's why, the better chances that you get on the feed of other people who hasn't followed you yet. That's outside advertising. So we're talking organic. Here, if you can see the post, there's a branding that we set. So the logo is purple, white, and a bit dark of the purple, not really black. So one thing, doing a post, try to look at your logo and try to come up with the branding that you wanted. Like, okay, do you want your post to be in line with the colors of your logo or the elements that you have in the logo? So it's not necessarily if the text in the logo is purple, your text is purple. It's just that you have to be creative enough to know what element should follow the colors, this and that. So you see here, if you look at it, you see it all matches. I'll open Instagram also, so you can see how it looked like on Instagram, because Instagram is also, it's actually different from, it's not different from Facebook, but the objective on Instagram is kind of to really look aesthetically nice when you open the feed, right? Because the pictures there are in grid, so you see everything together. Unlike in Facebook, it's more like a information, so that's why you can scroll and you see one by one. So they're not together. But in Instagram, if I'm gonna look at it, look at this Instagram. See, you see all the elements of the company, and it really looked nice. No bias, okay. But whoever is managing this did really a great job, because look at the colors, look at the way it is present. It was presented, even the videos. Okay. Also, okay, since we're on Instagram, it's I just wanna really reiterate this one thing. If you are posting a video, please do put a cover. Why? Because if you're not aware, if you don't put a cover in the video, it's gonna turn out blank. And if you're trying to have your Instagram branded, and imagine if there's a lot of good posts, and then all of a sudden you have a blank because you didn't put a cover. So make sure that if it's a video, put a cover, because if you don't, it's gonna be left as just blank, just that it is, and it seems like there's nothing on that part. Okay. So I'm done with Facebook. Let's go to Instagram since we're here. Okay, here, first thing we also look is the bio. Why is it important? It's because this is where you tell people who you are, what your services are, and what they get from you. So here is financial solutions. It's fine that if you are a CEO of a company, or in a music, if you're in music and you have a band, tag your members. If you're in a company, tag the CEO, or if you are the owner, you can tag yourself, and then give really a brief definition of what your company is. Like in one sentence, try to make it everything there. Try to at least include everything that you wanted to tell your audience there in 1 to 2 sentences, because it's just limited words. So this one, Bay Financial Solutions mission is to build the community of wealth by providing the tools to repair and build credit. So very clear. Okay. Sometimes it's not necessary to mention Bay Financial Solutions because it takes up the space where you can put more words. But for this, it's fine, because in the username and the Instagram handle, you already have the name there, Bay Financial. So you don't have to repeat it on that line. And Linktree here. If you don't have a Linktree, you can put your website, your Facebook, or any links that you may redirect your audience to a page where they could get to know you more. Why Linktree for some? It's because Linktree, for those who doesn't know, you can put all the links that you want there. So it's like a one-stop place where all the links of your blog, social media accounts, whatever press release, they're there. So that's why you see others will just say link on my bio, and they never change the link because they use Linktree, and everything is there. You click that, you'll see everything that you need. Highlights. Okay, see, this is one of the most fun thing in Instagram. They have highlights cover, and for some, if you already have a lot of followers, you don't really mind this one. But if you want to build a really compelling images, nice Instagram account, try to come up with custom highlights, because it adds to the beauty of the Instagram look. So it doesn't matter if you have a lot of highlights. It's just that it's also best if you only have a few highlights, so it gets a chance to be seen by everyone. Because if you have a lot and it goes on the side where you cannot scroll, it will only go on the front, or in the front, if you have a new story. That's where the highlights move to the first one. So here, again, the post is really nice. It's the same as Facebook, because for some, they just cross post whatever is posted on Facebook going to the Instagram, and even on Twitter and LinkedIn. Only different sizes. For sizes, always remember Facebook and Instagram, they're always on square. Twitter and LinkedIn, they're always on rectangle. Because when you look at LinkedIn, only this rectangular part appears. So when you post a square, it cuts, especially on mobile and even on Twitter. So make sure that you use rectangle for Twitter and LinkedIn, and square for Facebook and Instagram. Okay. Now, since we're doing a social media audit, we can also share like a social media planning, right? So once we already know the things that we can improve on the website and your social media accounts, we can further move into creating a plan. So I'm just gonna put some inserts, short inserts, so you have an idea like, okay, after the audit, what happens? How do you plan? Okay. The first thing that you do when you create a plan, this I went through with Hannah, and it was really a nice concept. When you do objectives for your business, it's very important that you also do marketing objectives and social media marketing. Or rather, if you're going to do a social media plan, it's best that you also know your business objective and marketing objective. Why? Because how would you plan something on social media when you don't even know what the business objective is, the whole business? So some people would say it's digital marketing. I'm just going to be handling the digital side of everything. But the digital side is based on what's really happening in the business. So the things that you should consider when you do objective planning is profitability, growth, survival, efficiency, and stability. So obviously profitability and growth is what everyone wants to have. That's why they do some social media ads and posting because they want to get profits, they want to earn, at the same time they want to grow. But at the same time, we have competitors doing the same thing. So, how would you survive in the market? And how can you be an efficient brand using social media? And finally, how can you stabilize your business wherein at the end of everything, you're going to be the only brand that people will go to and not the competitor? So you have to know what objectives between these five are you in with your business, with your marketing, and social media. And take note, these are all chains, meaning business objective, marketing objective, what are you going to do to push your business objective? Then social media objective, what are you going to do to push your marketing and business objective? Now, after knowing your objectives, it's best that you also know your purchase journey, like where you are right now as a business. Why? Because that's what your content would be in your social media. If you already know that this, okay, in your business, everyone knows you're ready. So why would you post, hey, introducing our brand, right? Everyone knows your brand already. So what are you going to post? You post something that will encourage them to consider your product. You'll post something that will encourage them to directly purchase now your product. And okay, what if okay people know us already? They knew about us. Awareness, we're trending, we're viral. So how will you retain your customers? Yes, you're viral already. Everyone uses you, but not all the time everyone would like your service. So how would you improve that? You don't stay here. You have to improve. You have to keep on improving. And then finally, if you have loyal customers already, how are you going to spread the word? Like, of course, you want to grow, right? And having loyal customers, let's say you have like 20 loyal, you want to grow the numbers. How will you do it? You have to make sure that these customers on their own will share their business, your business, I mean, will share their experience from your business. And that's where you get to be viral actually. When people talk, they start talking about you, or you're already word of mouth. That's why they're getting your service and not just because you're running ads or you're doing content. And finally, with the whole process, before you go to the content, you have to know your customers. You have to know who are your consumers. Like, not just knowing them online, but you need to know them offline. Why is it important? We're online, like we're marketing it online. We only It only matters like how people use online. No, it's not, because the behavior online is actually an impact of what their behavior offline. For example, offline, I'm a fashion person. I like lifestyle. What is my behavior online? I'd be on Instagram because I want to showcase my dress. I want to showcase my accessories, everything I buy, everything that I have. I want to post them. Okay, for example, I'm a musician and I'm a real musician. So offline, I love singing, I love playing and writing songs. So what would be my online activity? I'm going to upload songs. I'm going to upload my videos. So if you're a brand, you know my offline activity, you know where I am. As a musician, where can you find me? YouTube, Spotify, Instagram, Facebook. I'm a business person, I'm a CEO of a company, and what I love to do is play golf on a weekend. Where can you find me? LinkedIn. So that matters. Your offline activity of your customers is connected to whatever their online activity. Number two, it's also important like where do they shop? Like are they are these ones like the immediate customers that you can just tap on, hey, buy from me? Or are they the one that you need to elaborate more, like, okay, this is our product, this is what it does? Or do you need someone who already has experience it from competitors and would want to shift your brand? So those are the things that you consider before you create a social media content. From there, you can now understand what kind of plan you're gonna create for your account. Okay, these are the customers that we have. Offline, they're like this, and then online, they're found here. So on our social media plan, on our social media content, I post this on LinkedIn, Facebook, and Instagram, and these are my content. And finally, your engagement process. So as soon as you know who your customers are, you're now aware of what kind of tone, what kind of words to use, and how you will treat them. If your customers are like business people, you know how to talk to them formally and a business tone. If they are millennials or young people, you know how to be trendy when it comes to your terms, how to be creative enough to let them know that you're a cool brand, that you can jive with them. So here you can now create like a whole strategy of a plan on what you will do. So again, from social media auditing, from website auditing, you now come up to an idea of what the whole process and the plan that you can prepare for your client or your job.
Yes, thank you so much. So, ayan, nalaman na natin. So, question naman regarding dun sa social media audit, diba? So, we did the social media audit. Ikaw, Karen, do you prefer doing it together with the customer or together with the client virtually, like Zoom meetings, or gusto mo yung recorded, like may documentation pa? Paano ka nakakagawa ng social media audit? Is it via video conference or
For me, I'm more
documentation?
on Zoom calls. The reason why I wanted also them to record it. Para if they missed something, they can get back to the recording. Documentation is fine, but it's different if you are face to face with the client or the account and you can explain to them at the same time they can ask immediately. So that we're all clear from both areas. And when we start, you already know why we're doing this. Because sometimes, people when they ask for documents, okay, you give them the slides and they just browse through it. They never really read it, like, one by one. Because if they do, they would start calling you and asking, you can explain to me all of this. But if they don't, and just, okay, that's approved. And then at the end of the day, when you start doing things, they go, why did you do this? Why do we remove this? Why would so it's kind of hard. It's best that if we call, we have a recording and, it's something that you can also keep for yourself.
Ayan, 'di ba? So, ayan, may mga questions tayo. So, while we're waiting for the questions, guys, about social media audit, so ako naman muna ang magtatanong. Ako muna ang magtatanong kay Karen. So, yun nga, sa social media audit, 'di ba? Nag-audit tayo. So, may mga post. Paano kung yung mga post niya is hindi talaga maganda? Do you recommend to delete the post or retain lang and then create a new one? Or a
Yeah,
better one?
I don't recommend to delete. I recommend that they retain. Even on my own Instagram account, I thought of that before. Like when I started to do some nice photos, should I remove my old one or should I retain? The purpose of retaining it is because also yung mga nag-like na doon, yung mga nag-engage, you don't lose them. And besides, there's nothing wrong to see how you started from how you are right now. It's like growing, diba? So it's nice to see who you were before and who you were now. So I don't really archive it unless there are posts that are not allowed. There are some rules that change. Then that's time you archive it. But if it's the same, then just retain it.
Yan, thank you. And also, yun nga 'di ba, sa mga contents, paano kung kailangan talaga ng major overall? Like hindi talaga kumbaga hindi nag-a-align yung social media account niya sa ano, do we recommend to delete everything and then gawa tayo ng bago?
If hindi talaga nag-a-align,
Oo.
it depends. Siguro if the post before were just nothing and it's super not informative, super so far from your brand, then yes, we have to archive it. But if it's related, especially if you were promoting something before, I suggest just retain it because that can be useful in the future. And also for social proofing. Like if I am someone who wants to see your past work or your past promos, I would love to see your old posts. because that's where I can only see, what's happening before. And that will make me also think na, oh, okay, now they have different things that they do. So probably someone is managing the account.
Oo, tama yan. And then, of course, diba, sa atin, when we do social media audit, like yung hinahawakan kong client, diba? So, after we did the social media audit, um, kailan na yung next? Since we already have the pre-social media audit, right? Bago natin sila maging client. So after we already have our clients on board and then we already did yung mga postings nila, kailan ulit yung ideal na next social media audit?
Okay. The ideal one is after 3 months. For me, that's kasi, why 3 months, no? On the first month, you're still creating the contents and everything, right? You're still A/B testing, kumbaga. You're testing if, okay, let's test this one, then let's test this one. On the second month, it's where the actual engagement or the continuity of the work is happening. Third month is like the extension of the second month. Kasi hindi naman pwedeng you just measured from the first month. That's too soon. Second month is where doon na nakikita if the audience is engaging on the first month are sustained on the second month. So pag nakikita mo unti-unti na nawawala yung mga first month mo na nag-engage, it means may nangyayari sa first month, sa second month na ayaw na nila. So it's best that you check it on the third month. So you see yung growth ng first month na sinimulan nyo, ilan ang nakadiscover na may bago kayo, and then second month, kung saan tuloy-tuloy na yung ginagawa mo. And then third month, kung saan nakikita mo na kung yung nag engage on the second month is still the same audiences at kung may bago ka ba on the third month. And then on the fourth month, that's the time. Third month pa lang actually na bago magkatapusan, that's the time that you plan for the fourth month. Actually, if you can plan ahead early 1 month, then better.
Yeah, thank you, thank you. And may question tayo dito with Coach Roxy. Yan, post it. Some of our students asked before, I'll ask it here, should they really have to comment back on all comments posted on the content or liking the comment will be recognized by Facebook as engaging back? So, paano nga ba na-measure yung engagement?
Yes, importante yon. It's the same as when you reply on the message. Di ba pag sa Facebook, there's a percentage of how your responsiveness is. So the same as engaging. And yes, lahat kailangan mo sagutin. Kahit heart lang, kahit smiley lang. Because algorithm-wise, it detects your behavior as somewhat very attentive and always available to engage with your customers. Kaya di ba sabi nila, pag may post ka and you start liking the post, your post comes coming up on the feed. And then if you comment, it goes up. Which I do the same. Like when I promote something, kahit yung mga nagko-comment, hindi ko kilala, nilalike ko lang. They say, thank you, thank you, thank you. Kahit punong-puno na ako ng thank you, I still message them so that every day my post goes up. Kaya,
Yun. Oh,
na hindi ko pala, mapapansin niyo, di ba? Parang, oh, matagal ko na tong post, ba't tumaas na naman siya sa feed? It's because someone might have seen it and then liked it and then commented on it. So, bumalik na naman siya sa alaala mo.
tama yan. Yung mga ganun talaga. So,
Kaya ng ex niyo, burahin niyo na. Kasi pag may nag-like doon, angat yun.
oo, magta-throwback yan, di ba? Aangat na angat ka timeline. Tama. Ano ba?
Mag-away kayo.
I-delete niya na. So guys, ay nga pala, naalala ko, while we're doing, syempre, diba, we've been doing social media audit for a very long time. Was there a time ba na nag-audit ka pero hindi tinanggap ni client yung ideas?
Yes, there were a lot of times. The reason why is not because of my audit, but because, to be honest, not everyone, but this was before, given that the situation is prior to the pandemic. Okay, why? Because before, hindi pa ganun ka open ang tao sa digital marketing. And they're very traditional in everything marketing aspect. Ngayon lang actually, like, okay, sample. Can I mention brands, no? Sa email ko, napupuno na siya ngayon ng mga email marketing ng Pancake House, Teriyaki Boy, kung ano-anong restaurants and fast food. Wherein before, wala akong nare-receive na ganun. And even on my other emails, I don't receive anything from these brands. But because pandemic came, everyone now was like, I'm looking for a digital marketing manager. I'm looking for a digital marketing specialist. It's because everything is online. And this was unexpected. So that's why everyone right now, makikita mo nag-ads na, makikita mo meron ka ng mga emails na nakukuha from fast food chains because everyone shifted to digital marketing right now. So before, nung wala pa, hindi sila open. So they think that running ads on Facebook is a waste of money and time. And Google Ads is not really working because you're paying. Okay, I also want to make clear, marami nagsasabi, oh, marami siyang followers, marami siyang likes. This is given that you're not using Black Hat. Black Hat is where you buy followers. Okay, what's the difference of buying followers through paying Facebook to get followers and likers? If you buy followers from sites, yun mga fake accounts yun because they just created that. So you buy a bulk of followers, they created those accounts, and they like your page. That's the difference. Okay, that's why Black Hat. Pag pinomote mo yung page mo, you run ads, you don't buy followers. Correction. Kasi some people were like, why would I buy followers for Instagram and Facebook? You're not. You're just paying Facebook and Instagram para sa placement ng ads mo sa feeds ng tao. You're not buying. So anything that you get from a paid ad is legit. All those people, pag nila pinalo na totoong tao yun. And besides, again, you only pay Facebook for placement. Meaning, pinabayaran mo si Facebook para ipakita niyo yung post mo sa ibang tao na hindi pa naka-follow sa'yo. Again, yung iba, ba't ko kailangan i-boost yung post? Why do I have to boost my post kahit simple lang? Okay, sabi nga nila, content is useless pag walang nakakita. And paano may makakita nun kung let's say yung page mo 300 lang ang followers? So everyday yung mga post mo, yung 300 lang nakakita, eh yun yung kung tinitingnan nila yon. But what if hindi nila tinitingnan yun? Like what I said, out of 1,000, only let's say 500 will reach your post will reach 500, 200 will look at it, 100 will engage. So paiksi ng paiksi. So imagine, kung meron ka lang 300 followers, ano pa natira dun sa engagement mo? So if you boost a little amount for your ad, lalabas siya dun sa 300 na yun. At least may ibang makita, makakagain ka ng new followers from there.
Yes, totoo yan. So always make sure guys, always make sure na engage. Huwag tayong, especially sa mga small business owners, sa mga may mga online business, always make sure to engage sa mga clients or sa mga audience at audience natin. Kasi tulad nga ng sabi ni Karen, what we're giving our customers is of course the customer journey, 'di ba? So starting from the brand awareness up to making them buy the product, dapat nandun tayo all throughout those process. 'Di ba? And next question, should we deal, yun nga, regarding the engagement, should we deal with trolls or bashers?
Yes. Yes, actually, yung trolls and bashers na yan, it's a big problem. Lalo sa Instagram when you do live, di ba? For Instagram, what I do if you do live and you have trolls, you just hide them. Kaya dapat pag nagla-live ka sa Instagram, make sure to have someone who's also taking care of your comments. Or kung kaya mo kung kaya mo mag-multitask, dapat watchful ka sa comments habang nagla-live ka. What I did on IG Live to interview someone for a beauty brand, sobrang ayaw nung in-interview ko yung mga trolls. Like, very sensitive siya pag may nakitang, that's not true, who are you, mga ganun, why you look so old, ganun. So, habang ni-interview ko siya, nakaabang ako sa comments, sinahide ko agad. So, tuwan-tuwa naman siya after the interview, like, thanks for taking care of the trolls, ganun. Bashers, pag may mga nagbabash sa'yo sa comment, you just always give a positive reply. Because whatever negative reply that you post, kahit yung post mo mismo, it will reflect against you. Diba? It's all gonna boil down on you, hindi doon. Kasi basher na nga siya. Would you be like her or like him? So if, for example, may nag-comment like, ito nakakatawa, this is a real story. I uploaded my music video. And then in my music video, I was wearing like a bralette and then a pants. And then someone commented na, mag-t-shirt ka naman. Di ba? Parang gano'n. So I just replied, thanks for the suggestion and thanks for watching. Because kahit sinabi niya mag-t-shirt ako, the reason why he knew that I wasn't in t-shirt, kasi pinanood niya. So I just thank him for watching it, diba? And thanks for the suggestion. Next time mag-t-shirt ako. No, I didn't say that. I just said thank you and thanks for watching. So always reply on a positive manner. Also, katulad dun sa pagpa-plan ng engagement strategy, lagi kong sinasabi, whatever the comments are, always reply in a positive manner. Para hindi na sila magbabash agad. Because imagine, if they bashed you and you answered negative, they're gonna reply back. And then you're gonna reply back. And then they're gonna reply and so on and so forth. So magkakaroon ng mahabang thread of all negative comments.
Ayan, totoo yan. Ayan, ako, naglabasan na yung mga fans ninyo. So, like, di ba, napapansin nyo, guys, di ba, napapansin ninyo, di ba, binabanggit ni Caren na meron siyang video, meron siyang page. Ano nga ba si Caren? After ko,
Hi,
dun sa
Moy. Ayan na mga friends ko. Hi, Moy. Hi, Paolo and Justin. Yan. And also, I really invited also a lot of musicians because in the future, I would also wanted to have free coaching for musicians kasi syempre, at this pandemic time, musicians are very much affected. And I'm just lucky that, I'm not lucky, but meron na akong ganitong work ever since. So it's like I want to help them too, and madali lang naman matutunan if you're really into it. And yeah, I'm planning to offer a free coaching with you to help other people also na they can work and do their passion at the same time, especially now.
Yes, totoo yan. At dahil dyan, please, please, please do plug. Saan ka namin makikita? Saan namin maririnig ang iyong music?
Yeah, sa YouTube, I have a single out. It's titled Hiram. I also have Try last year. It's all on Spotify. So it's my name, Caren Tevanny, on all social media. So yung pa isa, okay, speaking of, if you're gonna create a username, make sure that's the username for everything. Kasi kapag, hi Abby, yan si Abby and Kevin. Yeah, Kevin is before our graphic designer. And Abby is the wife, so hello. So make sure that you use the same username. Why? Imagine if you have 5 social media accounts and all of them have 5 different names. How will people remember you? Diba? But if you have one, pag nagpo-promote ka or if you write, ang ganda niyang isulat sa isang post. Diba? Parang, okay, follow me. Lagay mo lang lahat ng icons. Then Caren Tevanny. So it's really nice that you just have one username. People would really remember you. So yun. Naalala ko lang kasi mag-i-invite ako. So sabihin ko lang all social media Caren Tevanny lang. Except for
Yes,
you.
yan.
Kasi kailangan daw. Kung sige ko, garahin ko na eh.
Ayan, tama yan. So guys, yan, may nagre-request ng sample. Guys, lahat ng sample niya makikita or mapapanood nyo sa YouTube channel niya. You can listen to her Spotify. So it's Caren Tevanny. Ayan, nandyan nakapost yung name niya. It's Caren Tevanny. All over social media. So Facebook, Instagram, Spotify, and the YouTube. So check her out, guys. And with that also, diba, ang dami, napaka-informative nitong topic about social media management, and we are looking forward na hindi lang ito yung una mong beses sa pag-guest. Sana
naman. Kaya sa mga nag-request ng sample, please, pagbigyan nyo naman na hindi ako tutugtog sa isa, gusto, maiba naman. Eto na nga lang, hindi ako tutugtog, magtuturo eh.
Oo. So, guys, lahat ng mga videos, you can check her out. Yung mga follow her at her social. It's Caren Tevanny. And if you guys, sa mga team live and sa mga team replay, if you want Caren para sa next guesting, comment down below. And if you have suggestions about topics, please do let us know para mapaghandaan namin. And of course, mapaunlakan tayo sa busy schedule, maisingit tayo sa busy schedule ni Caren.
Of course, anytime, kahit busy pa ako. Alam mo yan. Kaya natin yan, kahit pa yan.
Tama. So again, guys, thank you so much for watching. So,
Neil who's watching. He's a DJ for Mellow 94.7. Neil Pagulayan. Hello.
Oh, hi.
Bumati ako.
Yes, go.
Yun lang.
So thank you so much guys. So again, thank you for watching. So kung gusto nyo si Karen bumalik, comment or message Excel Hub Training Services for the topics that you want to discuss about digital marketing and social media management. So again guys, thank you so much for your time. And Karen, any last words?
Grabe naman sa last words.
Last words.
Wala naman. Wala akong last words kasi pwede pa akong ulit. Joke.
Yay!
So thank you lang Excel for this opportunity. This is my first time to guest as coaching and teaching, and I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, thank you so much. So thank you guys. Bye.
Nakakainis.